In the previous lessons, we used the built-in Python function type to find the data type of a variable. This function takes in the information that we put inside of the parentheses. So if we have the variable miles ran stored in an activity tracker, type tells us that miles ran is an integer, or an int. Type is actually one of many built-in functions in Python that you can see on this chart. We've also seen some of the others before. You'll recognize the typecasting functions string, int, float, and bool. Today we're going to learn more about the built-in function print. So why do we need to use print? Starting with the exercises after this lesson, we'll be writing our code in the code editor rather than the console. The code editor lets you write many lines of code and then run them all at once rather than typing each individual line in the console. Let's look at this example. We can see that in this code, we started with the value 8 stored in the trees planted variable. Then we planted another 4 trees and incremented the value of the variable. However, when we run all of these lines of code, we can see that just calling the variable name on line 5 won't display the value of trees planted in the console. When using the code editor, we need to specifically tell Python what to display or print as an output to the user. When we put trees planted inside of the print function, Python now interprets this line of code as get the value of trees planted, then print that value to the console. So what else can we print? We've already seen that we can pass a variable to the print function. Another way to use print is to pass a value directly to the function without storing it as a variable first, like the integer 555 or the Boolean true in this code snippet. The final option is you could pass the print function an entire expression. Let's look at this example. Here we're assigning the string Kara to a variable name. Now, when we put the string expression your name plus the variable name into the parentheses of the print function, Python first evaluates the expression and then prints the value. Remember that all of the usual rules for evaluating expressions still apply inside the print function. So what do you think would happen if we ran this code snippet? In this case, we would get an error when Python tried to evaluate the expression before printing because we can't concatenate the string your score with the integer score. To fix this error, we need to change the type of score from int to string. And now Python can evaluate the expression and print it to the display. Try out the next activity to practice printing your own messages in Python.